Travel, an introduction. Amidst all our dreams and ambitions from cradle to grave is the wanderlust of travel, to see the world, to experience different cultures and new lands. In the modern day, a few hours on a plane will take us to an entirely different environment, whereas 100 years ago or more, any form of transport would have been far slower paced, but getting there was also part of the adventure, the gradual transition from what is known to what is about to be known. This collection of poems takes us across a wide variety of travels and environments, both real and in the mind. They summon up descriptions and feelings that are sometimes totally unexpected. This collection of poems takes us across a wide variety of travels and environments, both real and in the mind. They summon up descriptions and feelings that are sometimes totally unexpected. Of course, when the authors include the greats, from Wordsworth to Whitman, perhaps we shouldn't be surprised, but allow ourselves to be indulged by their ability. This collection is read for you by Ghizela, Rowe and Gideon, Wagner.
Rhyme of the Rail by John Godfrey Saxe. Singing through the forests, rattling over ridges, shooting under arches, rumbling over bridges, whizzing through the mountains, buzzing o'er the vale. Bless me, this is pleasant, riding on the rail. Men of different stations, in the eye of fame, here are very quickly coming to the same. High and lowly people, birds of every feather, on a common level, travelling together. Gentlemen in shorts, looming very tall, gentlemen at large, talking very small, gentlemen in tights with a loosish mien, gentlemen in grey looking rather green, gentlemen quite old, asking for the news, gentlemen in black in a fit of blues, gentlemen in claret, sober as a vicar, gentlemen in tweed, dreadfully in liquor, stranger on the right, looking very sunny, obviously reading something rather funny. Now the smiles are thicker. Wonder what they mean. Faith, he's got the Knickerbocker magazine. Stranger on the left, closing up his peepers. Now he snores amain, like the seven sleepers. At his feet a volume gives the explanation how the man grew stupid from association. Ancient maiden lady anxiously remarks that there must be peril among so many sparks. Roguish-looking fellow, turning to the stranger, says it's his opinion she is out of danger. Woman with her baby, sitting vis-à-vis. Baby keeps a squalling. Woman looks at me, asks about the distance, says it's tiresome talking. Noises of the cars are so very shocking. Market woman careful of the precious casket, knowing eggs are eggs, tightly holds her basket, feeling that a smash, if it came, would surely send her eggs to pot, rather prematurely. Singing through the forests, rattling over ridges, shooting under arches, rumbling over bridges, whizzing through the mountains, buzzing o'er the vale. Bless me, this is pleasant, riding on the rail.
By My 2 Feet and Endless Time by Daniel Sheehan. The moors reach out across the land, their weathered brown, clad in rain-drenched heather, its flowers past but beauty held. Uprising are the hills, their gentle slopes, so easy underfoot, pulling me to the promise of another view, where unworked land and nature build their finest dreams. Every day some sculpting force moves unseen and unrelenting, changing to its will. And in this landscape I and others walk immersed and small inside the beauty of it all, gulping in this hallowed natural halls, these sceptres and their glories, paeans to the process, and it should by my 2 feet and endless times, in the chorus of the sunset fall. I walk and yet alone connected, one to one with Mother Earth, and in life's last step, what's left of me will seep and nourish yet the ground, and then my 2 feet and endless times will be reborn in other forms.
I Travelled Among Unknown Men by William Wordsworth. I travelled among unknown men, in lands beyond the sea, nor England did I know till then what love I bore to thee. 'Tis past, that melancholy dream, nor will I quit thy shore a second time, for still I seem to love thee more and more. Among thy mountains did I feel the joy of my desire, and she I cherished turned her wheel beside an English fire. The morning showed thy nights concealed, the bowers where Lucy played, and thine is too the last green field which Lucy's eyes surveyed. In Amsterdam by Eugene Field. Mynheer Hans van der Bloem has got a magazijn in Kalverstraat, where one may buy for sordid gold wares quaint and curious, new and old. Here are antiquities galore, the jewels which Dutch monarchs wore, swords, teacups, helmets, platters, clocks, bright Dresden jars, dull Holland crocks, and all those joys I might rehearse that please the eye but wreck the purse. I most admired an ancient bed with ornate carvings at its head, a massive frame of dingy oak, whose curious size and mould bespoke prodigious age. How much, I cried. 1,000 guildens, Hans replied, and then the honest Dutchman said, a king once owned that glorious bed. King Fritz the First, of blessed fame, had owned and slept within the same. Then long I stood and mutely gazed, by reminiscent splendours dazed, and I'd bought it right away, had I the wherewithal to pay. But lacking of the needed pelf, I thus discoursed within myself, O happy Holland, where's the bliss that can approximate to this? Possession of the rare antique, which maniacs hanker for and seek. My native land is full of stuff that's good, but is not old enough. Alas, it has no oaken beds, wherein have slumbered royal heads, no relic on whose face we see the proof of grand antiquity. Thus reasoned I a goodly spell, until perchance my vision fell upon a trademark at the head of Fritz de Voorst's old oaken bed, a rampant wolverine, and round this strange device these words I found: Patent antique, Berkey and Gay, Grands Rapid, Michigan, USA. At present I'm not saying much about the simple, guileless Dutch, and as it were a loathsome spot, I keep away from Kalverstraat, determined when I want a bed in which has slept a royal head, I'll patronise no middleman, but deal direct with Michigan.